All right, how's it going? What's up, Aaron? What's up, Thin DG? Um, trying to let the stream kind of warm up a little bit. How's everyone doing today? Hey Tina, how you doing? Everyone say hi to my wife, Tina Seibert. She's in the chat. MVP award. Welcome everyone. So the idea of this stream was I was gonna do some front end mentor challenges because I feel like that one went pretty well last time I made a video about it, and it's pretty fun to just practice your HTML and CSS. And it's something that I'm kind of weak at. Like I'm not that great at CSS. So I figured, hey, let's just work on it. Maybe we can all learn something. I'm also trying to run something real quick. I wanted to check if this thing's gonna work. I'll check that later. So there is a site called Front End Mentor, which has a lot of like cool little challenges for building out front ends. Like it mainly stresses your HTML and CSS knowledge. And the idea is like you come in here and you try to build what they give you using whatever like images and assets and design proofs that they give you. So I was going to try that out and just try to use React as well if there is any JavaScript. I'm still kind of waking up, so let's kind of scroll through here. I'm just going to go to the free challenges and let's see if there's something that we could potentially do. I don't know if I want to embarrass myself with like an advanced one, or should I stick to like a junior one? Or what else they got? They got newbie ones. I did this one on a video that you all might have seen. But if there's anything out here, like any of these that kind of stand out to you, put a comment in the chat and maybe I'll work on that one. An accordion card with React. This one looks fun. Do you think that would be cool to build? Let's see what else there is. I might do that one because it looks like it might be pretty cool. Interactive card detail ones. Interactive card details. Which one's that? Oh, this one? Yeah, we can try this one, I guess. Yeah, so let's just figure this out. I'm gonna go start challenge and you can download. I mean, I might review submissions later, but right now probably not. Download the design file. Requires credits. Okay, so you can't download anything because I'm not like. Oh, I got the zip down here. Open the zip. All right. And let's actually just open this folder up. Let's just go over here. I'm going to open up that folder, which I think was a downloads. This is the right one? I got two of them. Interactive card details form. Let's just open that one up. What did they give you? I think there's a way to like open live. Let's see. Maybe we'll just do HTML and CSS in Vanilla.js. Let's just skip the React. Do you guys want to see it in React if there's any JavaScript, or can I just use Vanilla.js? Like, would you guys be mad if I used Vanilla.js? I don't think there's going to be much JavaScript related to this, though. So I'm trying to open something called Live Connect. Live server, there it is. Just so that I can basically take this HTML and say live server. So that's what they give you. It's just like a page that looks like this. Oh wait, I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. Let me move this down here. That's what they give you, and the idea is you need to make it look you need to make it look like something. I don't know where the image went. I guess you can go here. These are like some of the images that you're trying to go for. Oh, here they are. Yeah, so it's all here in the design. Also a README. If you're a fan of reading through this, let's see. Thanks for checking out blah blah blah. Do the challenge. Challenge is to build an interactive card. You can use any tools you like. Fill out the form. Okay. Check out the design guidelines they provide. Is this the design guidelines you're talking about? Or is this a style guide? Let's see. The designs were created to the following lists: mobile 375, desktop 4440, primary. Okay. All right, let's just try this out. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's look at an image. I'm just going to try to go off the images first, and I'll come back here if I need like references to colors or something. So they want a mobile design, and they want a desktop design. Usually, I might just start with the mobile because it looks like it might be easier. But then they also have like a thank you state, which I guess you just, after you submit the form, you just show a thank you state. And this is like some error handling. So if you start with the mobile design, it might be kind of easy. And I'm actually going to take a picture of this. So I can just do this, kind of switch back and forth, compare. And if you use the color highlight extension, it will highlight the color codes. Very helpful. I thought I had that installed. Let me check. Color highlight. Anyway. What's up, href 404? What's up, TypeScript tea time? How's it going? Not doing any type of AWS stuff today. I'm just doing some HTML, CSS, maybe React. All right, I'm kind of like postponing what I'm doing, but let's just go ahead and get started. So we need to basically have a responsive page. So let's first load up our dev tools here. And with our dev tools loaded up, let's go to this view. So we can actually kind of design for mobile first. And I think they said in the style guide, it's like 3 something for the mobile, 375. So on the actual like body itself, oh, there's no CSS file either. So maybe we could kind of just, let's just do the CSS a sloppy way. I'm gonna do CSS right here. On the body, I'm gonna say min width 375 pixels. And that should hopefully prevent it from like getting super squished up. Where's my zoom at? My 2, yeah. Okay, so let's go over here. And as I go, it should kind of like no longer shrink. In fact, I'm just gonna put the 375 here. We can look at it. Now let's go and let's do some like forms and stuff. So I'll do like a label and then an input for card holder name. Oh, I don't want styles yet. So here I'll say label and then an input. This will be called card holder name. Name will be card holder. Name. Probably need to give it an ID. Make sure those show up. Okay. Now let's kind of see the colors of this. So like it looks like the colors on this whole thing needs to be this like purple. Let's go to like the style guide real quick and see if there's a purple. And right here, I think very dark violet. Is that what we need? So over here, I'm actually going to try to just add like a CSS variable called root. And I'm going to say text primary. Just put that in. And then over here, what's this attribution stuff? I don't know if we even need that. I'm going to delete that for right now. I'm going to go ahead and just on the body itself, I'm going to say color var. And then I'm going to say text primary. And that should make all the text on my page that color, I think. Unless I don't know what I'm doing. It's very hard to tell. Is that even being applied? I don't think so. I know, I'm too used to React. What's up, Daria? What is it called? Is it just HTML4 then? I haven't done HTML in so long. Bro, I cannot tell if this is even the right color. I need to make the font size a little bit bigger. So I don't even know what font size that is. I'm gonna get this like a bigger font, see if it's even like put in the right color. Doesn't look like it is. It's just 4? Okay. See, this is why you need to kind of practice your HTML skills, because you're gonna forget when you use React all the time. You don't even know how to put a for attribute on stuff. Because React decides to change everything about HTML and make it different names for some reason. Okay, so this is all caps, card holder name. And then what do they put on the actual thing? E.g. Jane Appleseed. So let's do a placeholder here. Placeholder. E.g. lowercase e.g. Jane Appleseed. All right, I'm struggling today. I mean, there must be some type of color that's like overriding this, or maybe it is. Yeah, I'll put like red. I guess it is working. Why is this one not? I guess the body won't affect the inputs. So it looks like it is working, but I have to like. Anyway, we will worry about the colors later. Let's do the card number and the expiration date in the other one. So I'll just copy this. And then I'll say card number. E.g. just put this whole thing here. You use Alt Tab. No, I just do the three finger swipe to switch between like my views. Although the placeholder is this one, so I should probably use this one, right? Go. Expiration date in all caps. EXP date. Month, year. Is this the same process everyone else does to build out UIs? I just feel like I'm so slow. Maybe this is why I don't like styling. For this, I could do, let's see, is it month? I believe that was like MM for the placeholder. And then I could probably do the same thing for another input here. Year. Save that. And then we need CVC. So I'll just copy this again. And we'll say CVC. If I was doing something like this, like at work, I would have the image actually on a second monitor probably, so I don't have to keep swapping back and forth. But it's much easier for a stream to have like me not have to do that, obviously. And then I could just focus on coding up the HTML and just like looking up and getting that going. And then a button that says confirm. Confirm. I'm glad you're here, Daria, because I know you're going to point me out when I do stuff incorrectly with HTML, such as not use semantic HTML. So call me out. I will not be mad. Because one thing I do have questions about is, for example, I want to make these basically all on new lines. I think what I could probably do is give this a flex of this whole body. Let's first of all make it a form. That would probably make it proper. And wrap this whole thing in a form. And we are going to just go ahead and give this like a class. Actually, Daria probably mad at that. That's like doing a atomic CSS / tailwind CSS in an HTML thing. So maybe it'd be better just to name this like payment form. And then I can go up here and I can say payment form is display flex. Flex direction is column. And that puts them all on new lines too. I guess I'd be curious why you wouldn't just use flex on the form, Daria, to make them all like in a column versus the field set thing. But I mean, do whatever works. That'll put them all on new lines, but now I need to block some of these together. So like this thing, if you look at the image, these two are two separate blocks. So like we need a flex column, or a flex row to divide it in two. A betting pool for how many times I type class name. I bet you I'm going to type it a lot. Because, yeah. All right, let's just, I'm going to put this, what would you use, Daria, for this? Obviously, you don't like divs. This could potentially be a field set. Don't know if that's proper. So that I can put this whole thing. Actually, I'll just do a section. Hold on, let me do this. I'll do a field set for this and a field set for this. And then we are going to style this section, which we could simply say payment form. Style the first section that you see, the direct child, I believe that's what that is. And then I'm going to say display flex and type. And that should put them on the same thing. So we got EXP and we've got CVC. But now we got to put these MM and years on their own flex column as well. So don't know. Like these things need to be kind of on the same line. And that's why I get confused about with semantic HTML, because it's like, okay, I'm putting this thing in a section. Don't know if that's correct. I'm putting this in a field set. That seems correct. But then I need to also group this by another thing so I can do flex. And I guess if you decide that you don't want to use flex, but I do. So I guess in this case, I could potentially do a div. You have to wrap them or use a grid on the field set. Grid on the field set. Maybe that would be good. So I don't remember how to do grid, honestly, but I could do a grid and then this could be columns 2. Let me try that. Let's expand our knowledge. I'm gonna go ahead and say like, no, we're not using Tailwind today. We're just using normal CSS and HTML. Let's do this. For a box around the form. This is the approach Daria likes to do for like styling stuff in Vue. I'm trying to follow his approach because I want to be cool like him. Section field set exp date. But I don't remember how to use grid, honestly. Display grid, and then grid template columns. Can you do like 1 and 2 or something? CSS grid. Let's Google this because I don't know. I know there's a way. Like I hardly ever use CSS grid. I usually use Flex. It just seems like it's easier to use Flexbox for a lot of stuff. Each grid sizes. One question: what's the difference between that and just a space in CSS? One FR. Yeah, that'll okay. So that'll make a grid of 2. But you see here, like I need to make the expiration date to be a full span. So it's like I need to give the first thing it finds a full. Let's see what this is doing. I know there's something you can add, I think, directly to the element. Isn't there? Is there a better example for CSS grid? That site kind of sucks. Give the label a width. No, I don't think that'll work. I think I have to actually put something on the elements I want to be like fully expanded, I believe. Item, grid, column, start. I think this is kind of what I want. Pretty sure it's this. Grid, column, start, grid, column, in. Let's try doing this, and I'm going to go ahead and do that on the label. So let's just grab this, and I'm going to put the label. What's exp date? Let me go back. I feel like this is kind of brittle CSS, because now if I were to change anything about the CSS, it'd break, but I guess it's fine. Or if I change anything about the HTML, it would break. But I think I want that. Is that kind of what I'm going for? Could just give it a start and then an end. All for start. Not sure what that does. Grid column 1/span2. Call span2. Grid column 1/span2. Is that how you do it? Bro, there's so much I don't know about CSS grid. Why would you do a -1? What does that mean? Bro, look at the documentation for CSS grid. Like, look how complex this is. It's probably super simple. Like, okay, grid column 1 1/2. Is this the same thing as doing start and end? Is this like a shorthand for start and end? 1 is starting line. Span means that it should occupy 2 columns. Found this super complex. Start in column where it starts. Yeah, I guess I didn't know about the -1 thing. Is that documented here? Wait, go back up. -1 mean alternate for the very last row. Okay, so it's like a negative. It's like an index negative. Okay, cool. Well, I think we got the layout. I think we're done, right? That looks pretty good. Pretty close. Let's look at this button. Let's style the button real quick. Which I guess we could do a payment form. And we could say the button is going to have padding of 10 pixels. It's going to have a background of that primary color. And so at this point, maybe I shouldn't call this text primary. I think it might be better to call it just primary. Okay, that doesn't refactor with CSS code. Let's just do primary. Even though it's probably not the primary color, I'm just going to name it that for right now. And then the text, we could just say like, I'm just going to do white here don't know if that's proper. Let's look at the style guide too. Yeah, they just have a white. And I'm going to say color is bar white. I don't wonder what font they're using too, because that font does not look like this font. All right, what else can we do for this? The label needs to be colored, I think, because I don't think right now. Is that the right color? So hard to tell. The background, I don't know if that's pure white either, so I think I need to go back to the style guide. Light grayish violet. I'm guessing that this is the background color of the page. Whatever, I'll just do light gray. And then on the body, I will say background is light gray. I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do. Yeah, do they tell us what font this is? Font size is 18 for the body copy. So for body itself, let's do font size of 18 pixels. And I think I had a font size somewhere else. Let's get rid of that from root. Don't know why I added that to root. And then base grotesque fonts. Let's go here real quick. Funny how long it takes me to build a simple little form. I need to start looking into no code. Low code and no code. Because I feel like the time spent building out a simple form, this is something that takes too much time. All right, so if I do that, I should be able to get the space grok, and I'm going to read about how to use it. Use the font family down here. I'll just put that on the body. I want to check something real quick. Why did this fail? Doesn't tell me. Anyway, going back. Okay, that looks better. It has the actual font we want. Word holder name. There's no way this is the right color, so I'm gonna go ahead and just like, what is this color? They're using some type of gray here, and I do not know what this is. That's totally different color. Okay. Now the labels themselves. Am I crazy? This does not look purple. Can't tell. This is the same color, right? Let me make sure I'm not like using the wrong color. I'm gonna get rid of this HLS because I'm not really used to that. Probably the same color, yeah. I'm gonna hover over this and let's see what the color is on this. It's the same color. It just looks so much different. Maybe because it's like bolded. By the way, I'm gonna put this inside the payment form. Yeah, I need to go back and watch some of those videos. Go back on memory lane. Okay, am I crazy? This does not look like the same color as this font. Light gray is the back of the card, rest of the body looks FFF. Why does this one have that open? No, I mean, I grabbed the color from this thing. The right color, from what I can tell. FC, FC, FC is the color, which is, oh, that's not what it is. Whatever, let's just continue on. So let's just add some gap between some of the stuff. This probably needs lesser gap. I might have to wrap these in field sets too to make it look a little bit nicer. So like, just wrap this in a field set. This one could be in a field set. And then we are going to basically, on the payment form itself, I'm going to say gap of 10 pixels and see if that pushes some space between them. I also don't know why there's like a border around this stuff. I guess a field set has a border by default. So do I have a field set already? Payment form, field set, border, none. And that'll mess up my my gap stuff. I mean, that'll mess up my, I don't need to put like flex direction on this anymore, I don't think. I guess I still could if I wanted to add the gap. But the field set, I think I need to just add flex direction there. And I can add a gap between these. The label itself, let's say like a padding of 10 pixels. Not the label, the input, right? So here's an issue. I think I should probably just do this instead of the arrow. Because now I'm like wrapping stuff. Looks a little bit better. So like this has some like margin or padding on the left. I guess that's margin. So I'm gonna go on the label, I'm gonna say margin left is 0 pixels. I think technically you could just say 0. Or is that padding? There we go. The field set, let's just reduce the gap to 4. I'm gonna give this a margin body of 0 so I can style this. Payment form section. Dar is never wrong, okay? Don't say he's wrong. I'm sure I have a video where I talk about that stuff. I have so many videos out there. I literally have like almost like 400 videos. So I would just go and search. I don't even know what you search for at this point because I don't even know half the videos I have anymore. Okay, why does this still have padding? Oh, it's padding. Duh, okay. Padding 0, okay, that looks a little bit better. So the input is rounded. So I'm gonna say border radius in pixels. I'm gonna say the border color. Do I have like a, what gray would this be? This is probably this gray right here, the dark gray, dark violet. Just say dark gray, and this could be, did I copy that? Let's do this. Then I'm gonna go to here and I'll say var is dark gray. What's up, Zgree? Because 4 is an inbuilt JavaScript word, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Oh, that's not the right color gray. Okay. What color gray are they using there? Is it the light gray? Linear gradient, active, active. Okay. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and click on this and I'm going to zoom in and click on whatever this is. We'll just make this a light gray. We got like a violet, darker gray. So bad at naming this stuff. We got dark violet. Let's find the darker gray. Make sure this is like border 1 pixel solid. Might just actually put the color there. Okay, that looks okay. The placeholder needs to be... How do you change the placeholder text? Typically, the placeholder text should probably not be the same color as the actual, like, typing text, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't even look accessible either. So let's go ahead and go back. Let's figure out what color this is for Jane Appleseed. This is a very inaccurate way to find the colors of the placeholders. And I'm going to come back and maybe think about better names for this because placeholder pseudo selector. So let's just go ahead and copy this. And I think it's, you said it's placeholder, and I can say color is darkest gray. And then when you type, I don't know if they even show you what it should be when you type. I guess I'd have to go. Looks like it's just a dark. I guess I could also just do this. What color are you using for this? Obviously, like, my colors are going to be off because you see how it's like blurring, it's getting pixelated. This is not going to be the exact color that you need. I think it's just like a black. Probably just black. Just give this a black. Okay, good enough. I think they make the outline a different color. Looks like they were doing like that purple when you click on it or something. So let's see, how do you do that? Is there like an outline color? There is outline color. This could be that violet. Dark violet. And then I think outline width, probably 1 pixels. It still looks pretty big. Yusuf, I'm not using style components because I'm not using React. I should probably change my stream title because now it's misleading and people are coming because they want to see React and I'm using vanilla.js and CSS. So I'm actually going to change my stream title so that you guys aren't misled. There we go. This looks so much different. Okay, let's just go ahead and figure out what is the font size of the label because obviously my label is much bigger. I don't know if they tell you that. I mean, it probably needs to be. Where's my label? Font weight is bold. Font size. Whatever, it needs to be 18 pixels. It says it's 14 pixels. Okay, so this one probably needs some like padding. This looks like 20 pixels maybe on the actual body itself. I'll just give the body like a padding of 20 pixels. Or I can give that on the form maybe. my CVC is going off the page. I think the min they said is supposed to be like 375 or something. I hate styling. All right, let's look at this. Why is the button... Oh, these field sets all have more like padding on them. So let's go to the field sets and say padding 0. Okay. Let's look at the expiration date in the CVC because I probably screwed something up with that. So this one and this one. The section. Am I styling the section? Payment form display flex. Is this thing a flex? Go here. Section of flex. I have 2 field sets in here. So I guess my question is, why is this thing going off the page? Do I need to give this like a width 100% or something? CVC. I probably need to give it a shrink, right? Like a flex of a flex shrink of 1. No? Or just not use flex and use CSS grid. That could work too. Display grid. Grid template columns 1FR, 1FR. Cool, that doesn't work. I think I have like styles probably being like overwritten. Thanks for the follow, Mayort33. One more FR. Well, the way I have this is I have 2 field sets. And they're supposed, I'm trying to divide it like evenly down the center. So like this should be a column here and this should be a column here. I don't want 3 separate columns. I mean, although I could potentially do that. Use a common div and do justify content space between. I feel like I'm missing like a closing character or something. Max width for inputs. Refresh the page. So I know there's probably different ways I could do this, but I guess I'm trying to figure out why the way in my head is just not working. Like these inputs, do inputs have like a default width? You need a max width to work or not? So you're saying on the inputs itself, I have to add a max width? That doesn't seem right because like as I scale the page up, I need a width of 100 and a max width of 50 pixels or whatever. Okay. But yeah, the thing I feel like the thing is I want to make it responsive. Is there's just something I don't understand about I guess inputs and the way they scale up. But I mean, I guess you should probably have this be a max width of 50 on those things. So everything that's inside the expiration date, like I'm gonna go ahead and just say the input has a max width of 50, 60 pixels or something. So I don't think this thing can be a 3-grid column because the division here has to match. Like to me, this is like you have a column here and you have a column here because these are actually grouped together. So I don't think having 1FR, 1FR, 1FR is the proper solution to that, to be honest, which is why I'm not going down that path. I think everyone in the chat is thinking about this problem much differently than I am. Like this whole thing is like a block, right? And this whole thing is a block. But I guess I could give this thing an auto. So on the input here, what does the label look like? Wait, how are these actually grouped together at this point? I'm so confused. Expiration date. Grid template columns. Oh yeah, because we gave this thing a full width. And this thing has 1FR, 1FR. Hate CSS. Right, let's just play around with this real quick. Might just go down the Flexbox div approach, honestly. Let me try this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this grid template stuff I was doing. That's goodbye, goodbye. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just say the div is display a flex. Okay, this is display of flex. And the this whole section I don't like these little selector things. I might actually change my approach here. It's very hard to actually like change your HTML. Don't know what I'm doing. Flex wrap. This is why I like DevOps. Let's see, flex wrap. What is this? Seems like this would be such a simple problem. Like, why can I not figure this out? And why is this so hard to do? I might add some gap here though. That'll make it look nice. Let's do something I can fix and add a little bit of gap between this. There we go. Yeah, I might just remove these things. I was just trying a new approach, but it kind of makes it very hard to change the HTML. It makes it all like very coupled together. The max width of each column to 50. Max width 50%. Let's just try this. Okay, so these columns. Oh, the section. You know what? This. You know, screw this. I'm done with CSS grid. I'm done. I don't know how to use it, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use Flexbox. This thing, display a grid, Why is it not taking up? You see on the right side, like it's not even, these inputs are like going off the page too. Like what am I doing wrong? Why is this form not? There's like a car alarm going off outside now. I put 50, not 50%. Yeah, okay. Okay, first of all, let's look at this. I think this might be an underlying issue. You see how the form is like going off the page to the right? Even though I told it to be... give up on this. I'm about to just end the stream on you all. Why is this the body? Hold on, it's because I gave it like a min width here. What am I doing wrong? Because the body, okay, okay, I would think that like I would see some orange on the right side of the page over here. I don't though, because like the body's just going the full page for some reason. Box sizing border. Yeah, we might need him. Box sizing. Okay, so one suggestion, when you guys just paste random CSS snippets, it helps if you say what I add it to. I have like 50 HTML elements on this page and you guys are just saying box border box sizing. I have no idea which one you're telling me to add it to. Like maybe that's why. I'm so used to using CSS. I mean Tailwind that like it does that for me already. I did your little box. Wait, hold on. Box sizing. Is that what it is? Box sizing, border box needs to be on everything. Okay, I added it to everything here. My page still looks messed up. And it's right here. You guys explain to me. See the joy leaving my face. More. Oh, look at this. This looks very this looks content box. Box size content box. Box sizing border box. Isn't that what I have? Box. Content box. Put with WVW on the form. Okay, so the form. You guys are giving me so many suggestions. I'm so confused. Let me try this. If I just put an input here, it goes off the page too. So this thing, the input for some reason is just like, do inputs have like a default max width on them or like a width? The margins and paddings overflow the page. Margin 0, padding 0. Get rid of that border box stuff. Watch my live reload server like not even be working. Okay, let's just get rid of everything. Get rid of the freaking padding on the form. Well, actually, what is this thing in? I put the input in the form again? Oh, stupid. Let's get it out of the form. I wanted to see what happens if I did that. I have to give it a width of 100%. Aim it over. Someone says the issue is on the payment form, you have to give it a width of 100%. Add width to form. I got width 100% on the form. Someone keeps saying do width of 100 VW. That doesn't work either. Box sizing, border box. Try to add position relative to parent. What is this? Can you show me what style you have written on the form? 100%. This is the form right here. It's probably just display flex stuff. Probably screwing stuff up. Like I probably need to say like some type of flex shrink. Like if I don't do the flex stuff, does that keep it in the page? Why is this not like nothing I do here? Even this, the input's going off the page. Is that normal? I think this is the border box issue. Box sizing, border box. About to give up. Remove adding padding together with gap. Comment all the CSS and see the form width. Okay. It's still going off the page. Is there like some CSS hiding somewhere that I don't know? Hard coded the min width of the body. Okay, everything's going. Bye. I'm gonna comment out everything. Even the styles. I'm gonna get rid of those colors too. That might be messing us up. And the thing is still off the page. Remove that min width. I did. I removed everything. There's literally no styles on anything. So there's some default like style that's built in the HTML and CSS that I'm just not understanding because I haven't written like just plain CSS in so long that makes inputs go off the page. I need to restart my PC. Yeah, I probably do need to restart my PC. Look at all these suggestions. I can't even. Look at all these suggestions. Oh, why is it still going? Yeah, let's just start over. Let's just delete it all, and let's just start over. Because I can't even make a form stay inside of the body of the page. Why is it so hard to do this? Like, I've been coding since 2013 and I can't even get a form to stay inside of a freaking body and it's going out. Like, why is this so hard? Field set, Cody field set. Okay. Field set. Again, y'all, like, you just say one word and you expect me to understand what that means. Field set, field set, field set. Like, what about the field set? I'm not trying to be rude, but like, can you just at least write a sentence? Like, should I add a width to the field set? Yeah, let's inspect the form. The problem is there's so many suggestions. I'm trying to like at least try doing some of them, so I feel like I'm acknowledging chat, but a width of 80%. There, if I add like a smaller width, I mean, it's probably related to it's are illegal. If I just get rid of the padding margin, go back to here. HTML and body padding margin. Maybe it's just the mobile. Did y'all see what just happened? The fact that I toggled this off and toggled it back on fixed the issue. Did y'all see that? I toggled off the mobile view and that fixed the issue. I'm guaranteed you we fixed this like 20 minutes ago. I hate coding. Career sucks. I don't know why you guys want to learn how to code. It's like torture. Okay, do you guys like torturing yourself? Like become a software engineer. It's torture. Or become a front-end engineer more specifically. That was the issue. I know you guys might have said that, or Evenus 7 US, but you saw the chat. There's like a billion suggestions. I don't know which one's the actual right one. Oh, that's so stupid. Do I even need the border box then? So now I added all these stylings to everything that I don't even know if I need anymore. What a POS. Do I need these things? I don't even know what I was doing before. I'm just gonna click this everything I change. I'm just gonna delete that. Toggle it off because obviously Chrome likes to troll us. We got 186 people watching someone struggle in CSS. I'm glad I could be like your entertainment for today. Okay, let's I think I fixed that little issue. Now what's the original issue? I wanted to have these things be of equal width. And I know the trick is something with flex grow that I don't even remember anymore. I might just go back to CSS grid now. Now that we fixed the actual issue, I might go back to CSS grid. Let the man cook, for God's sake. You don't want to taste when I'm cooking because it's not good CSS, I'll tell you that. All right, go back, section grid. Grid template columns, 1FR, 1FR. Then I'm going to go back to, get rid of that. Go back to the first field set expiration date. Um, where's the expiration date stuff? Oh, don't need the div anymore. I'm gonna try to go back to the CSS grid approach. These two things. Oh, I needed the label to take up the full. Grid column 1, 2. Is that how I did it before? I don't even remember at this point. Okay, so expiration date is a grid. I told it this needs to be 1FR, 1FR. And then the label itself, I don't even remember what it was called. It was like grid something. Hi Cody, I want to learn CSS from scratch. Could you please suggest me something? Did you see how long it took me just to fix that one bug? I don't think I have good suggestions for you. I'm the worst person you should be asking for CSS advice. I would go watch like, what's that one YouTuber who always does CSS stuff? Kevin Powell? Go watch his videos. He does like CSS stuff 100%. Oh yeah, it was -1, wasn't it? I'm just contemplating my life right now. Just give me a second. An hour in, and what we have is a form that someone could build with a no-code editor in probably 2 seconds. Okay, maybe like 10 seconds with a no-code editor or a low-code editor. A drag and drop form, drag and drop some inputs and some labels, drag and drop a button, you're done. CVC width is wrong. Yeah, I mean, these widths are a little bit... Let's go back to the actual image, because if I go down to the 375 that we're supposed to be dealing with... Oh, no. It strikes again. Okay, there's probably a small little issue here. So, like, this whole thing... The field set... The section... What is this thing? The section... has a 1FR, 1FR... Isn't this supposed to, like, take the parent and, like... Oh, yeah, let me refresh. Let me refresh the whole page. There we go. No, I think this is a legit issue with... Do inputs have some type of, like, built-in width to them? Set every child to have a width of 100%. Doesn't do anything. Inputs are inline elements. Max 200. Don't take the whole width like block elements. Okay. So, by that logic, Can I just give them a display block? Payment form input. Section. Nope, can't do that. This is probably more specific, so it like overwrites. Payment form. Oh, duh. Hope that doesn't fix it either. Play a block. With. We're on something. Probably get that box. That, what is it called again? Box sizing, border box. Is that the issue with that thing? And then let's go back to the inputs. With 100%. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm using the arrow things too much. I wanted to try a new approach because that's what a Discord user does. He does a lot of this type of like flex styling, but the amount of friction I'm running into just to change something simple, it's just getting super confusing. So I would not do this approach. I'm not going to change my approach right now because I'm like an hour, 12 minutes in, but I might add some max width to these inputs. To all, let's see, to the date ones. Max width 60 pixels. I'm assuming we want them to be next to each other. I'd have to look at like what the design is for the larger page. Yeah, they're like, actually it looks like this form could have just been hard coded with the width. I don't think I even need a grid on that thing. Like this thing doesn't need a grid. It could probably just do a display of flex, to be honest. Or not even a display of flex. Ugh, I don't know what I'm doing. Inline block. Why is this not working? Yeah, I think it's because this is like a CSS grid. You work with this? How can I say if you work in the area programming? Do I have a job as a programmer? Is that what you're asking? Adson Cruz? Yeah, I work as a programmer. I more enjoy backend, DevOps, and the actual logical side of things. As you can tell, the front end stuff, CSS and HTML, I don't really care about too much, but it is a weakness that I'm trying to like maybe get better at. This is a section. Okay, we got the section good. That looks pretty nice, right? Got the little hoop columns there. We got the field set here, field set here. Now the field set, this label is display block, I'm assuming. And these inputs, I want them to be on the same row, which I thought a display of inline block would do. But I think the width down here, the search input, is messing them up some. What other things that I hard coded this thing? Box sizing, border box, display of inline box. Do an inline flex. Add both inputs inside a container and put the label above that. Just do this. Yeah, that works too. I guess I was more confused why these are on different lines, because aren't they inline block to begin with? So shouldn't that have put them on the same line? Unless the parent, for some reason, did this thing have flex on it? Did exp date have flex? It did, which it didn't. I need to get the inline block. And display flex, gap at 10 pixels. I just wanted to like add some stuff to that. Wait, is that even working? That's not working either. Oh, it's because it's a div. This is awful. Yeah, let's just add a max width to the form. Where's the form? Max width 480 pixels. There we go. Probably add more gap between the confirm button. Float right. Could you please start from the beginning and I will show you? Start this whole video from the beginning. I don't think so. This thing should probably be in. Why is this not? So we have a section here. We got a field set and a field set. These should all have equal gap between them. I'm guessing the field sets have. Doesn't seem like there's. This thing probably has some like extra padding to it. I'm trying to make the button, the space between the button and the inputs here, they're not really consistent. We got some gap between there. I think it's because these have padding on the top. Or margin. I forget, is green the margin or the padding? Green's the padding. The labels have tin padding on top. So we could potentially just remove the padding on top of the labels and just have the gap be in charge of that. The label padding. I'm just going to say padding 0. How about that? Don't want any padding on that. And then the gap should be on the form 20 pixels. There, so it's a little bit more consistent. No, we fixed the column issue, I think. Now I'm just moving on to like, what else am I moving on to? That's it. So I mean, we could try to add these images at the top so it actually looks okay. So how do you load in these images? You added padding 2 times. Oh, thank you. So here's the mobile design we're going for, and I think they give us like an image. Part in the front and the back. And some gradient. So can we just put a gradient? If we just go here and put a gradient, which if I go to the style guide, I think they give us a gradient somewhere. Linear gradient, probably what we want. And we want to add on top of the form, let's just add like a banner. And let's just style that thing. No, you don't need to learn Tailwind. You could just do CSS. I don't know how to do a background gradient. Background image. this. Go ahead and paste this in. I'm just going to hard code these because I'm tired of trying to write clean code right now. And let's go back and see, did we get that gradient? Because that gradient does not look like the same one that would be. That does not look like the same colors, right? Are sure that did they not provide us a? Let's just look through all the images. They might have given us. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we don't need the gradient. Could also put padding. Yeah. Let me do that. Padding 0, margin 0. That might make my life easier. I definitely agree. Hopefully. The button looks bad. I think the button, I need to actually like round it. So border radius 10% or 10 pixels. 20 pixels. Nah, probably 10 pixels. And there's much more padding. Let's see, is it top? Top would be like 20 pixels, left would be 10 pixels. Is that how you do it? That looks okay. Except for the border, I need to get rid of. Border none. Okay. Anywho, so what I'm trying to do is I want to make this like background color image at the top. Where we have a banner here. I think I can give it like a background image. Instead of this gradient that we don't need, I could say URL, and I could say slash absolute images bg main mobile png. How about that? Is that going to show an image? It would if I gave it some width. So I'll do like a width of 100%. Height of 200 pixels. And we should probably do a background size. And what are the options here? Is it cover? I think cover makes it grow. Background repeat, no repeat. Use image tag, it's better. Is it though? Let me go ahead and on the body itself, I guess on the either the form I could just do like margin auto. Just to center it. I think you'd want to use an image tag if it's something that someone who's blind actually wants to be able to tab to and like inspect. And like have an alt tag. But this is just like some decorative thing that literally makes no difference for a blind person, so I probably wouldn't use an image tag on it. Background image, background size cover, background position center, background repeat, no repeat. Yeah, I can add that stuff in if it makes you feel like it's proper. I don't think you needed to paste it 3 times in my chat, but okay, well, if someone can give me some evidence why image tag will be better, paste it. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Let's get these other things showing up. I guess we could typically we could use card front and back. Why does this say that's the card back? Oh, I actually have to design the thing that goes inside the card. That sucks. Or does it dynamically update when you type in the info? Submitting your project, style guide. The browser will keep the aspect ratio. Yeah, I mean, I could add Don't use background as image tag. Image width is relative to the parent container width. Don't use background image tag. You can make an image tag and then before and after make second image. No need to spam. Okay. Yeah, I could just say banner after content. Actually, I don't know if I've done an after pseudo selector before. We could try this out though and see what happens. So the images, and this could be BG card front PNG. Width of 100 pixels, height of 100 pixels. Background size, cover. Oh, maybe we should do contain. Yeah, maybe we should use an image. Add to image tag, add position as the index. Okay. I'll listen to you. I'll listen to you. So inside of this banner itself, I'm gonna add an image tag, and we're gonna say source images slash BG card front PNG. And I'll just give it a class called like card front. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just give it, this will be a position relative, so I can actually like position the things absolute. Then I'll do the same thing with card back. So the back and the front. So the front needs to be a higher Z index. Which technically I could just do the back, render the back first, and that'll kind of swap the Z indexes, I believe. And then I probably should just make them smaller. I guess the question is what size should I make this? It's at least like 300 or something. And what I should probably do is I should probably scale this down to the minimum we can get, which is I think 375. And let's try to code for that. So we need to give it some left. For the image front, we'll do left 20 pixels. That's too much. We'll do 10, and then we'll do bottom -50. And I probably just need to add some like, it's probably a little bit too much. Let's do -40. And on top of the form, which is here, I'm gonna give this some padding top of at least 50 pixels so that I know it won't like overlap. But it looks like their image like might even be 100. Okay, maybe that's too much. I'll do 80. Let's close out some of these things. I keep getting confused by them. I think this thing is so far behind. And by the way, if you guys are watching the chat, give me a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, if you like watching me struggle, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs up anyway. Let's just go ahead and try to get the back of the card style in the right place. So this thing probably needs to be I'm going to make it relative to the left. I don't know how this is going to work when you scale the page up, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But let's just give that some padding left. That looks okay. Probably give the bottom. Let's try 80 pixels and see what happens. That does not look like it did anything. Why would they give us images? I guess, okay, so this thing is probably going to have to like, unfortunately, we'd have to use JavaScript to like, as the user types into the form, like update these things. I think that's the intent they're going at. Otherwise, like, why would you not provide the placeholder text? But I raise this up like 2 pixels. Google is real. Someone says I should use transform. You should call the image inside a div so that you can add the image numbers later inside the image. Thajis, or let's see, Sathan, stop spamming the same thing, okay? It's either I see your message or I don't. And if I miss it, then I miss it. Like you're literally spamming the same thing over and over again. Do you see anyone else spamming in chat? So people are saying use translate. But yes, I agree what you're saying. I should probably wrap these in divs so that I can style potentially. I don't know if that's going to script the layout. Probably will, right? Like I could put the class on this. And then I could style the card. I could style the image. And that should make it look the same. I think there's more on the banner. I think it's higher. Yeah, that's going to get all jacked up. I think you should be positioning the div and not the image. Yeah, I think you're right. This looks easier, but if you try, no takes on the pasta I see. From banner, remove position center. Add width and position to the image outer div and add width 100% to the image inside. Yeah, let's just do that. I kind of wish I had Sass right now and not CSS because this is just not fun. All right, so I'm going to add the position. I'm going to add the left, the bottom to that and do the same thing here. And that should position it so I can actually put like text inside the card. Like I can go here and I can say like, wait a second. I probably have to give like, let's see. I might have to actually like give the image an absolute positioning too or something. Yo, where's my card? Oh. I mean, you're going to have to absolute position this thing. I think the same thing with this. But then you might have to get this thing relative. Or I'm running out of steam. Card front. You got this thing and this image. This one should have been like, how come this thing's like not on the left? Is it because the parent's not like relative? It's fine. They can backseat. I mean, the people are giving me suggestions. I just suck at CSS. Position the relative. These probably need to be what, wrapped in a div as well. I feel like this is like the worst. This needs to be like class of numbers. And this is where I also wish I had React components so that I could actually like break these apart into smaller components. Because right now it's like getting kind of messy. I guess this could technically be, oh, I guess it needs to be absolute, right? All this stuff needs to be absolute. And then I'd have to do z index of 1 this thing to get it to show up. But then why is this thing like need a width of like 100% or something? Kevin Powell did the same exercise. Check it out on his channel. Okay. Why is the play block? I mean, I could give it like a fixed width. That'll fix it. I just don't know why. Well, I guess there is no parent width because it's like absolute, so it wouldn't know what to even expand to, right? So I think you have to like give it some type of something maybe. Give images outer div a width. Give images outer div a width, not the image. Give the image outer div. Give images outer div a width, not the image. What does that mean? This has a width, right? Oh, no, it doesn't. Ah, okay. I wonder if you can width 100% this thing. I feel my brain cells expanding. I'm learning. So I want to get the thing here a width of 100%. And over here, I'll do something similar. I mean, he's giving good advice. I won't lie. Like, I'm glad that I can see his messages because he spams it, and that's why he's spamming it. Because his advice is good, and I'm pretty sure he's really good at front-end engineering, probably. And he could probably knock out like this styling in like an hour. Okay, you guys don't have to also spam. Come on now. Give card front position relative. Why? If I give it relative, then it'll like not be what I want. All right, let's just fix the this whole banner. Does this have relative right now? Display relative. Y'all just like spamming, huh? Give the image outer div a width of 300 pixels and give image width 100. I don't even know what I'm trying to fix right now. You guys are giving suggestions on everything. I haven't even focused on like what I'm trying to do. I think what I'm trying to do is I want to make this thing. I'm just trying to position the card. So card front has an absolute positioning. And for some reason I had like negative 40, which really I should probably have like come to spam it India. Wow. Let's just try doing 100 there and left of like 40 pixels. I don't know why I had negative to begin with. That's kind of weird. Bottom and left. Go ahead and just copy these things. Left is 50. Or was it 40? Bottom was 100. Same thing with the card back. Where's card back? Let's figure out what we got to add to card back to get this looking okay. You know, did I even fix the other card? At this point, I don't even remember if I even... Card back and card front. There's probably some overlap between what they're doing here. I'm just going to do this real quick. I should put them directly over each other, and then like I could just keep on moving it up a little bit. I'm not even looking at chat anymore. I want to figure this out myself. This is for me, not for you. Okay? I know you guys are trying to solve the problem too. Look how beautiful that is. Absolutely beautiful. Why is this going off this page? Probably because of this thing. No. What happened here? Did I get rid of something? Card front is messing it up. Oh wait, it's good now. I just had to refresh the page. But then when I do that, it breaks. So card front, even though it's position absolute, why is it messing up the flow of the page? Both of these are absolute. Why would that mess up the flow? I need to go take a CSS course. Got a reminder. So, I mean, it's definitely the images that are messing it up. Yeah, I think it's when you go out and you go back into mobile view, it like messes it up. I don't know why, but when I do a hard refresh, it just stays broken. And it was when I deleted the card back. Oh, I guess it was both of them. Thank you for the follow, Vidoff. I think Sajith left because you guys hurt his feelings, and I hurt his feelings by telling him not to spam. Actually, he probably went off and he started coding this thing out. He's probably halfway done. He's probably got it all kind of figured out. He's going to send me a git repo in like 10 minutes. Do I have meta, viewport, and one in head? No, I don't think so. I think I'll show chat. I'll show chat how to code this up. You just wait. And he'll post a link, but the link will be hidden because you can't post links in chat. Yeah, I don't know why it's fixed. This is weird. Why is this so hard? Why does this not work? So the cards, position of absolute. Probably because they gave them widths. No? I didn't think absolute stuff is supposed to affect the flow. Am I worried about ChatGPT in my job? No, I hope ChatGPT replaces us all so I can quit this field and not have to worry about centering divs and making images. I'd rather have AI do it for us. Can you push this? Can you inspect the banner? Yeah, here's the banner. Maybe it's related to the background. This will be the last bug I fix. I'm out of steam. Can't do it anymore. Okay, I can't torture myself with CSS for too long. It'll ruin my Sunday. Yeah, I don't. Not position, it's background position. Not position, it's background position. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that fixes it, but good catch, good catch. So the issue is the card. I think it's the card being so big in width that the page thinks that it needs to still render it. So I probably need to give an overflow hidden to something, probably on the body. Or I don't know, like I think I need to hide something. Maybe the banner itself should say overflow hidden. That's probably, well, that won't work because now I'm hiding the actual card front. I think the issue with the card front, card back, X overflow hidden. Oh yeah, X overflow. There we go. See, that was a pretty easy fix. It just took me a while to figure it out, right? Overflow hidden. Oh, it's overflow X, not X overflow. Wait, what? Why is this hidden now? Overflow X. Is that not the right thing? Why is overflow X hiding the Y? You must add meta viewpoint content with. I could try adding that. Is that the issue? The meta viewport stuff? Yeah, it's already there. I already have it in my viewport there. Set index of 1. Check your card back CSS. Okay, it's right here. I mean, it looks like it's fixed. Oh, no, it's not fixed. Oh, maybe overflow Y needs to be none. Overflow Y. The none? Like there's a scroll bar here. I don't want it to scroll. How do you not do the scroll? Unset? Initial? Okay, let's go to card back. There's the styling for my card back and my card front. Overflow X clip. You guys are so smart. Let's check this out. How's it look? Okay, well, let's not check it out like that. Let's not embarrass ourselves. Let's go ahead and do it like this. That looks pretty good. Anyway, I think I'm good. This has been 2 hours of me struggling to build something that should probably not be this hard, honestly. But this is what happens when you don't use CSS anymore and you use Tailwind for everything, and you stop learning how to even write basic CSS. And it also happens when you just are bad at CSS too. So I might just talk with you all in chat for a little bit, and then I'm gonna drop. I don't think I'm gonna commit this code yet, but I do kind of want to finish this up. So maybe next stream, next Sunday, we could try doing this. I should probably move this to a directory. Let me open this up real quick. Let me go and put this in my workspace. There we go, so we don't lose it. I'm out. I can't do this code anymore. Good job, Sajith. He knows his CSS. I guess I'm curious, do you work as a front-end developer? By the way, this is the site that I got this challenge from. It's called Front-End Mentor.io. So check it out. It's pretty cool. If you want to practice your CSS and HTML and just try to build out layouts, I think it's worth doing. Are you a designer too, by chance, Sajith? Join my Discord. I'd be curious to stay in touch. You seem like you know your stuff. And if I ever need something built or designed, I might reach out to you. If I ever need something built, which I might. I don't know. Yeah, can you join my Discord and like send me a DM with your contact info? If you are someone who does like gigs on the side or something. I don't have any work right now. I'm just saying that I may in the future. Oh, he wants my Discord. Yeah, I guess anyone can join my Discord, and if you guys can show a portfolio, if I ever have work in the future for like just like a side hustle thing, I'll hit people up in my Discord and try to like pay them to build something. That's the plan. That's the goal. I'm not there yet, but that's what I want to kind of do. Let's go to chat. Oh, you don't have Discord? Okay. Well, anyway, that's cool. You don't have to join. So I was trying to practice my CSS and HTML skills by doing a front-end mentor challenge. And everyone in the chat was helping me out and watching me struggle. Good time. And it seems like a lot of people like watching this content, so I might continue to do stuff like this. I want to get back into doing my React challenge videos too. I just have to think about more challenges. Yeah, I'm using Astro as well for like a little side project. I kind of like it. I might just switch from Next to Astro. It's just there's just so much less you have to do in Astro to get the same content displayed. And most sites are pretty static by nature, and you don't need that much dynamic content. Also, server-side rendering, like it's not that necessary to have server-side rendering unless you really have a use case for it. So are we done with the stream? If you want to design resources, I can help you for it. How to start with HTML, CSS beginner here, CSS battles. I think people are joining like after I'm basically wrapping up. I was just doing one of these. I was doing this, like I went through here and did a challenge. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys had fun watching me do this. And like always, I got a Discord if you want to just find a place to talk to some other developers or just send me a message, whatever. You can join that Discord. My schedule for my streams, typically I stream around like 9 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. I might also try to do another stream throughout the week. Haven't decided on what day. Kind of sporadic, honestly. So you just have to press the bell icon and just get the notification when I start streaming. But yeah, anyway, have a good day. Good luck with your coding endeavors. Hope you guys learn a lot this upcoming week. And like always, have a good day and happy coding.